Hey, good morning, everybody. Sarasota Tim coming to you from Boynton Beach, Florida. It is 7:18 a.m. Yes, I'm heading to UFit Gym. Today is back day. We're working back. Yesterday was arms. And my trainer friend, Travis, he wants to work in these legs, but let me tell you a short story. I went to the gym years ago and I got trained by a person that walked me through the machines and was showing me, proper form and all. And if you're a gym person, or if you know what I'm talking about, there's certain leg exercises where you lay down your belly and you pull your legs back and it works your behind your thigh, the hamstring. And then there's the the ones you can do where you get up on your tippy toes and you're stretching your calves. And then there's, different ones, the thighs. What will happen is if you strain those muscles, even though you walk a lot or you might even run, the calf and the hamstring, it doesn't take much to exert them to feel sore, like any muscle, your chest and arms that you do at the gym. But, you can, your stomach, you do some abs, you feel that, and, you kind of get over that. You can bear through it and go to the gym again and work through it and loosen them up. But if you get your legs, I was in a fetal position for a week. I could not stretch my leg straight out. I had to lay in the bed, and for some reason my legs were drawn up. I know they say you got to stretch it out, but it killed me to open my legs. I have such fear, and that happened twice to me in my life. I have such fear when I think about that. And my legs aren't skinny, and they're strong. And I'm not opposed to doing a couple of exercises that I know aren't going to destroy me. But Travis, what he wants to do is he wants to get on 5 different machines, 5 different free weights of the same muscle group, and do 4 sets of each machine. So you end up doing like 20, like today we're going to do back. We're going to do probably at least 5 different weights, free weights, a machine, a lat pull down. He's going to walk me through all these things. And each one of them we'll do, I think we're trying to cut it down to 3. He was doing 4. 3 sets. And that's fine. I'm already, used to it. I will be sore later, like fatigue sore, but not where I can't, get up and walk. So I'm not going to do legs. That's the story I wanted to tell you. But moving on. Yesterday I went to Palm Beach. Read the comments from everybody. Thank you very much for those that said they really enjoyed the ride and the scenery there and the palm trees. I get immune to the fact that I live here, and the beaches and the palm trees and the green sod grass and everything is just sort of, you get used to it. Like people do out west or in the Colorado Rockies with the mountains. They see them every day. So those of you that live other places that appreciated it, thank you for your kind comments. And the Publix was kind of slow. I only used 1 bottle of the Chandon wine spritz, and I asked this one manager person to walk by, like, how's your day going? And he said, oh, it's slow, it's dead here, this time of year. So yes, on the island of Palm Beach, anybody that's got an extra $1 in their pocket, or certainly has a place to go or another home up north, gets the heck out of Dodge in June, July, and August. It is really terrible here. If you want to come here and hate Florida, come right now. It's no fun. I mean, they're talking today again. Yesterday when I walked out of the camper with that get-up on I was wearing, I tried to take a couple of pictures of myself because Miss Tammy wanted to see my new black vest. I had to keep running in the camper. I didn't like a couple of the photos that I took. Yes, I'm a little vain. And I just couldn't stand out there and take 2 or 3 pictures because instantly I was sweating and hot. And I didn't want to, be all sweaty wearing all that. And I realized I was wearing a lot of clothing, but that's the great thing about like out in California where they have cool mornings and warm afternoons. You can wear clothes out there. You can wear a light sweater. You can wear a long sleeve button down and some nice looking pants or slacks. Here on the island yesterday, I was kind of expecting these rich people. I was going to see all these people wearing these fancy clothes and all this. They were walking around Publix just like I would, most of the time. A t-shirt and a pair of shorts and either some tennis shoes or flip-flops. Because those that were still there, that didn't leave and go to Italy, they don't just go up north. Those people, they go all around the world. They're like those yachts I was videoing yesterday going across the bridge. Did you see how many empty slips there were? And they don't ride in them. They don't drive them. They actually put those on these big ships, these like container ships. Because a lot of people, when they come down here too, they have their cars transported on those car carriers that bring cars to the dealers. And they just pay, they fly in, and they just pay somebody to drop their car off. So they have transportation. And then they have it sent back home. Their Lexus or Mercedes or Cadillac, whatever. Same way with those motor yachts, those big giant yachts that look like they could traverse the oceans, go transatlantic. They just put them on these container ships and they have them sent in a crane and put them back in the water at some marina over in Italy or wherever they go, the Mediterranean, wherever they want to hang out. I have a friend of mine, he's an engineer on a yacht, and it's not even as big as some of the ones I saw yesterday in that video that I made. He lives on board for 6 weeks, almost 2 months. He's in Italy right now because those ships, those yachts, those big super yachts, you don't drive them yourself. You don't just take off with your wife and kids and go motoring around. You have to have somebody, a captain, a crew, and the money that costs, plus the cleaning it, the servicing it, $100,000 or more of diesel fuel, all this that goes into owning one of those, it's ridiculous. So, yeah, they don't drive them over there. They just fly their captain and their crew to another country, and they just feed them meals and pull out their toys and let them ride around on their jet skis and whatever, and they're just living life. You know why they're able to do that? Because they worked until they were 67, full retirement age, and they got that extra $600. Now, I say that facetiously. I don't mean to mock, because anyone that believes in that, that's doing that, that's generally the way we've been convinced, is that you're getting a pay cut or you're taking a lesser amount. Those are just words. It's not a pay cut or a lesser amount by collecting Social Security at 62. It's just, I call it a con. They don't want to have to give you $102,000 for 4 or 5 more years if you get what I get, and give you $500 or $600 more, hoping that you die, and they only had to pay you a few years after they took from you for 50 years of your life. But I would like to say one last thing on that. When I gave the analogy about me and a twin brother, and I collected at 62, he starts at full retirement age, we die on the same day at 80. Some people said, oh, what you forgot to leave out in the math, which I made very clear in the beginning, it's just a hypothetical. It didn't calculate for, COLA increases and, all that other stuff. They said, well, you forgot to mention that your brother, your twin brother, he worked for those 4 or 5 years. Let me tell you something right now. If you think that I ever said, or if you think that collecting Social Security at 62 means that you could just quit working, you're mistaken. Unless you just have some way you don't, need to work, you have to work. But what I'm saying is you can work $20,400 less hours because you have that automatically coming in. So now you can start to live. But the work that I'm doing is work that I chose, that I want to do to make just a little bit to supplement it, to live a comfortable life and live. So my twin brother in that analogy, he had to work 4 or 5 more years because he had elected not to live more life, and he wanted to get that extra $500, $600, $700 more a month. But a lot of what I didn't mention too was people that do continue to work through those extra years. Think about the cost of burning gas, maintenance on your car, lunches, snacks in the morning, dry cleaning, stress on your life, drama at jobs, hazards at jobs that you can get hurt on, certain occupations. All of those things that you increase in deteriorating your health, your happiness, your freedom. All you've got to do and pay for another several years to get $600 or $700 more a month. And then you still have to work. You'll have to choose to take a fun part-time supplemental job, unless you just have tons of savings, or maybe you did make a lot of real estate money, you bought and sold and whatever, and God bless you. But is that worth it? Because the $500, $600, $700 more you get on full retirement is certainly not some magic money that supports you for the rest of your life because you put in 5 more years and now all your bills are going to be paid with this $500, $600 that, of course, inflation is going to go up. And the inflation that they give you increase on your Social Security comes nowhere near close to what the inflation of the world is, what it costs to live, versus what they give you. So you're like a rat in a cage. You're spinning your wheels. So if you can get some free money, you paid into it, you can start to get some freedom and not have to work but 2 weeks of the year of different days. And you can play golf, you can work on your tan, you can take walks, you can spend more time with your loved one, and you're not gone all the time, tough on a relationship, and then spending money on all those things I just mentioned, on gas and maintenance for your car and lunches you got to eat and breakfasts in the morning and stopping, fighting in traffic, get there, aggravation for some dead-end job that you're doing because you have to, versus collecting at 62 and then taking a nice little fun job like wearing a bow tie and passing out samples and talking to people, or working at a golf course, or taking a security job, or just any other numerous ideas you can come up with to enjoy your life and also make some money. Work is good, but work what you want to do, not work because you have to and you're beating yourself to death and it's also taking from you. For what? So I say, crush it now.